Hey friends, today we are doing a Q&A video for you to answer all of your questions that you may have about life on the road, RVing in general, or just about Ro and I in particular. So we're just gonna get right into the questions because we've got quite a few of them. And the first one is, what is your love story?
Well, in 2008, David and I met at a restaurant we were working at together. I was a host when he walked in the building for the first time ever, and I instantly had a crush on him. Purely about looks. And we got to know each other, and he was a big flirt. He flirted with me and all the other servers too.
I was 19, she was 17.
Yes.
Just for some
clarity.
For some context, yeah.
And we worked at a Mexican restaurant that did like a fire type show sort of on your fajitas if you ordered them. And so we had lighters in the back by the kitchen, and it was a slow day. And David was he was flirting, mind you, and he was trying to scare me by like lighting the lighter behind my head. And he didn't mean to actually light it. He just meant to make it do the clicking sound, and he lit it. And my hair
just burst into flames.
Yeah, and it was in a ponytail, and he patted it out really fast, and I could feel the heat on my back, and I was livid. I was so mad. Because I was poor. I was very, very broke. I was I was 17, living with my parents, just working for tips, and I didn't have any money at all. But he was very kind and paid for a haircut and also asked me out for dinner.
No, you said you can make it up to me.
Oh, yeah.
By
you can make it up to me by
taking me for a ride in your Firebird. Yeah, and I said, how about I take you out for dinner?
Yeah.
And so
we got a ride and dinner.
And that was our first date, and then the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yep. And so if we ever have a young son, when he's coming of age, I'll let him know the secret to winning a woman's heart. All you have to do, guys, is set her hair on fire.
No.
And she'll be putty in your hands.
Don't take that advice. I was mad. I almost did not talk to him. My dad was the general manager, pulled me aside and said, do you want me to fire him? And I almost said something, but I decided to say no and let myself cool off first.
She didn't want me to leave.
I didn't want him to leave. I actually did like him.
The next question then is, what is Sweetie's story? So we got Sweetie back in 2013, and
December 6th of 2013.
Yeah.
Brought her home.
And I had wanted a Rottweiler for so long. Like ever since I was like 15 or 16, I started working in a veterinary clinic as just like an assistant, / cleaner or whatever. And a male Rottweiler came in, and he was like this big dog, and he looked kind of intimidating, but he was just such a lover and so happy and just wanted to be pet and loved all the people there and all the other dogs. He's just very friendly. And I just like in that moment when I first met that dog, who came in regularly, every now and then, I just fell in love with Rottweilers. And so I knew, I was like, when I get my own place, I want a Rottweiler. And so Ro and I moved in together. We got a house in 2013, and then Ro wanted a dog, and so we agreed to get a Rottweiler. And
wait, I'm sorry. I wanted a dog.
Yeah, you wanted a dog. Yeah, I wanted. Well, we had like just moved into the house, and so I wanted to kind of settle into. We had just started
living together.
Yeah, I wanted to sort of settle into our domestic life together a little bit before getting a dog, but that wasn't happening. We were getting a dog, and Ro found a breeder down in Kentucky, and so we drove from northern Indiana down to Kentucky and picked up our little Sweetie girl and brought her home, and she's been great. I'm really happy that you pushed me to get a dog because Sweetie is awesome. Sweetie, come here. Come up here.
Let me move.
Come on, big pup. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, say hi.
Come on.
Oh, there she is.
She's tired.
Yeah, she's tired.
She's a tired
She was
girl.
sleeping, yeah.
She's a tired baby.
Yep. And she loves adventuring. She loves exploring and going out on the trails with us.
Oh man,
she's
an outdoor dog.
Excellent trail dog. Yeah, she really is. And she loves,
just wants to be outside.
And if there's a body of water, a lake, a pond, the ocean, she just wants to splash in it. And she loves exploring, don't you, pup?
She is obsessed with water, guys. She's a water dog.
Creepy. Say hi to everyone.
Say, oh.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah.
A lot of hellos.
And then our next question is, what are typical meals that you guys eat while boondocking? Eggs are probably our biggest staple. We eat a lot of a lot of eggs. Scrambled eggs in the morning. We also will eat like egg English muffins, breakfast burritos with like potatoes, cheese, salsa.
Onions.
We
always have onions.
Ro really likes pasta, so we usually have like tortellini or spaghetti on hand. Those are really quick and easy to make for the most part. Yeah. And then what else do we eat? What are like typical dinners that we eat?
A lot of shrimp-based dinners.
Oh yeah.
We like fish-based dinners a lot.
Fish tacos, shrimp tacos.
I like to make some Japanese meals. Like I make ramen and I make udon with like meat and veggies. Like it's a stir fry.
Oh yeah, I love your udon. It's so good.
You have a really good meal that we make sometimes. It's sort of a special meal though. It's crab fettuccine.
That one's pretty. Yeah, that one takes kind of a lot to make, and yeah, our small stove or our range makes making that kind of annoying because it takes two really big pots and they don't really sit on the range very well. But it is delicious. Yeah, crab fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah. We always have bagels on hand. We always have like yogurt on hand to make like snacks and other meals. Oh, we always have soup, like canned soup on hand, as well as like canned tuna to make tuna fish sandwiches or tuna fish salad or whatever.
And then something that we also have that like when we're not really wanting to cook, we just want something like really fast but really still healthy, and we get like all of our vitamins and minerals, is the stuff called Huel. It's super easy to make. You just boil some water, put 2 scoops of this in like a little cup that has a twist-on lid, or you stir it up and then you pour in the boiling water into this stuff. It's like a powder.
And it hydrates it.
Yeah, it rehydrates it, and then it just sits for like 5 minutes, and then you take it out, put it in a bowl, and then you can top it with whatever. I do like cheese,
we put
salsa,
a lot of cheese in it.
salt, pepper, and it's really good, and it's super fast, and we've got a link in the video description below if you guys want to check out Huel too.
It has a lot of protein in it, so it's really easy.
Well, it has everything you need. It's like I think it's a fifth of all of your calories, minerals, vitamins, everything you need. So if you like have 5 Huel meals a day, you're set to go. But yeah, that's like all of the stuff we typically eat. What we found is what we eat while on the road is pretty typical to the stuff that we ate when we had a house too.
Just minus the frozen pizza, because we don't have enough room in our freezer to keep.
And our oven's terrible.
Our oven
RV ovens are just pathetic.
We used to do a lot of frozen pizza though, but not anymore.
We've tried to pare down our meals though to like easier things that are more single skillet because we don't have a dishwasher. But yeah, those are the meals that we typically eat.
Well, we have a dishwasher. It's me. I am the dishwasher.
That's true. Next question is, I know you do a lot of work indoors and you venture off on hikes and such, but how much of your average day do you spend outside at your campsite for leisure?
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good question. So David goes outside every morning with Sweetie. So anytime that Sweetie goes outside to use the bathroom, we're outside with her. We don't typically let her just wander around by herself outside because, we camp a lot in like mountain lion and bear country and coyote land and all that, and those can all be very harmful for dogs, even big dogs. So, we don't let her be outside alone. And, we like to spend evenings outside a lot because the sunsets are typically really pretty. Because, we follow the weather, so it's almost always nice in the evenings where we're at.
And we like going for walks with Sweetie on a typical day. But yeah, I really like to enjoy my morning coffee outside, and so I'll do that pretty often.
We have a hammock now.
Yeah, we have a hammock.
It makes the outdoors just amazing. We can just lay outside in the sun.
I would say like during the day, like a third to a half of our time is spent outside. And then once the sun sets, we come inside.
Yeah.
So we're probably outside for, I don't know, maybe 4 hours a day.
Total in all of the trips outside.
Yeah.
Because we really like to go on walks and explore and stuff. So.
The next question is, what kind of drone do you fly? You get amazing shots. I'm still learning. And the kind of drone that we have is a DJI Phantom 4 Pro. It's pretty old. I bought it back in 2016. I think it was the end of 2016 is when I got it. And we love it. It's still going strong, and we have used the heck out of it, and it's been through one crash.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we've crashed it.
I've crashed it once, and it wasn't that bad of a crash either. It just sort of like clipped the like end branches of a tree and just sort of fell out of the air, but it was only 2 or 3 feet up off the ground, and so it didn't even break any propellers or anything.
Oh,
it didn't damage the camera.
That.
Yeah, I was chasing you. Or no, I was going backwards with it, and you were on one of our electric bikes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, she was chasing the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I clipped the tree. But yeah, and so it survived that.
We did almost drop it in water from a very tall height at a reservoir once. I was out on a paddleboard, and the battery started to die, and it just started yelling, landing, and it was landing over the water.
Yeah, but it made it back to shore before it self-landed.
You were able to like override that and just fly it back.
Yeah, but yeah, we love it. It does excellent. It has excellent stability, camera or image stability, and yeah, it takes great photo and video. I don't stay up to date on DJI's products because I'm so happy with the Phantom 4 Pro. There's no part of me that's like, oh, I want to upgrade to a different drone. Yeah. I spent $1,500 on this thing, and so I'm just going to use it until it stops working.
And then we're just going to... Oh, actually, we have had an issue with a control board.
Well, yeah. The control board on the controller needed to be replaced, but that was like $100 or something.
That's one of those things where like we're just going to keep getting it fixed because it's just such a good product.
If it's like a $100 to $200 repair that needs to be done, then I'm just gonna do it because a new drone is really expensive. But yeah, I love our Phantom, and DJI products are great.
Next question, they want to know, are you heading south for the winter this year? Part of the winter, yes. We want to spend the holidays with our family every year. Mm-hmm. We skipped spending holidays with our family the first year we were on the road.
It's terrible.
And it was terrible. It was lonely and boring.
Christmas alone is just awful.
It was hard.
Yeah.
So we will be in Indiana for the holidays, but right after the holidays we will be heading down south, west, probably Arizona, Southern California, where it's warm and dry because...
Oh, it's so awesome. Yes.
It's comfortable.
Being able to just like skip the cold and snow of winter is so great. So yeah.
And the rains of early spring. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's nice.
Next couple questions. The first one is, have you found a wind turbine to complement your solar? No, we have not yet because we have been really busy working on some other things that have really taken our focus away from trying to find a wind turbine, unfortunately. It is something that we are still really, really wanting to do, but we have not determined what like company or brand or like model of wind turbine even that we want to go with.
It's on the back burner right now.
Yeah, it's on the back burner. And then the next question is, did you train your Roddy to howl or does it come naturally?
Oh no, we trained her to howl.
We trained her to howl. Yeah, we would like sit with her, and like when she was a very young puppy, we would just be like, boo!
Throwing our heads back.
And so that's why, she like caught on. She throws her head back and howls too. I don't really think that that's like a Rottweiler thing.
No, but when she was a puppy, you know, when puppies bark or something, a lot of times they throw their heads back when they bark. It's just a bark throws their head back. And so we just like, every time she'd do that, we would just encourage it. And now whenever she barks or howls, she just does it. And she holds it too.
I know, I love it.
It's so freaking cute.
Next question is, just out of curiosity, how many miles have you traveled in the past 4 years? And honestly, we have no idea. It's a lot.
Wait. Do you know how many miles we have on the truck right now?
That's what I was going to say. What I can say is we've put 70,000 miles on the truck since we've bought it. And we bought the truck right before we hit the road. So most of those miles have been on the road. Yep. And on top of that, most of the miles that we've put on the truck are while towing our trailer from like this campsite to that campsite. When we're on location, we're only driving like 20 miles at a, like 10, 15, 20 miles.
In an entire week?
Yeah, and exactly, because most of the time we stay at our campsite and we just sort of explore the area. So yeah, the vast majority of our miles on our truck are like driving 400 miles to the next campsite. So I'm just going to make a really rough estimate. We've probably traveled 40 or 50,000 miles in 4 years. I mean, but that would only be like 10 to 12,000 miles a year. So that even seems like an underestimate.
That does not seem like enough.
50-ish thousand miles.
Somewhere between 50 and 70,000.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. This question says, have you ever backed up or went over something too steep and caused damage? Yeah, we have a few times. And
I mean, you're making it sound like we've done a lot of damage, but we really haven't. We have, but it's very minor.
We've gone over areas where it's just like too steep for our trailer, not for our truck typically. And we have drug multiple stabilizers. I think all 4 of them have been.
I mean, if we drag the back, it was very minor and it didn't cause any damage.
Yeah, but our front stabilizers, they have a hard time going down and back up.
They're so janky, you guys. They like, I don't know. They've gotten bent like way the one way, and I've had to like crank them down a little bit and bend them back.
Yeah. Oh, we've hit our awning, like pulling out.
That's true. We've scratched the awning a bit.
Scratched the awning on like a corner of something because we turned a little too tight, but like never any major damage. There was one light pole, like, you know, those big concrete light pole bottoms?
Oh, we got so close.
Oh my God. I was screaming, but you couldn't hear me over the diesel and you couldn't see me. He was just coming flying back in a parking lot, parking at night, and we were really tired.
Flying back?
You were going quickly and it freaked me out, but he stopped within like 5 or 6 inches and I was so stressed out, but thank goodness we haven't had any major damage.
That was very early in our traveling experience.
First time we ever went to Tucson, I think.
Yeah, that was like in 2017 still. We were, within our first like 4 or 5 months on the road. But yeah, the worst thing we've done is drag our front stabilizers. They are pretty destroyed, but they still work. And
we can replace them for just like $30 if we want to.
We just haven't. But we've learned now that since our front stabilizers drag more than like anything else, then when we're going over some like steep or whatever really hilly areas, we just take them off. It's 2 bolts on each stabilizer. They come off real quick. Getting them back on is a little more of a pain, but getting them off, I can get them off in just a matter of minutes.
Oh wait, we have bent our antenna up there. What is that?
Oh no, that thing it's on a spring.
I know, but it's also bent.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. It's our cell signal booster.
Yeah, it got
the
caught
antenna.
on a branch.
Yeah, that bent, and I just had to get up there and bend it back. This is a theme I'm noticing.
We
hit something, we bend it, we don't replace it, we just bend it back, and then it works.
But it's fine. Whatever.
Next question is, how have you protected your RV to prevent freezing? Have you enclosed the underside? The only thing we really do to prevent freezing is when we are places like, you know, we're going to my parents in Indiana to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with them. And what we do is we just drain all the water lines in our travel trailer. And so there's no water in the tanks, in the lines, anything. So there's nothing to freeze. And then we have our Berkey water filter right over here that we just take into my parents' house and we fill with water.
Yep.
And then so we have drinking water inside of the travel trailer, but we don't have any running water, which is fine because we just take all of our showers in their house. You know, they have a bigger shower and unlimited water, so it's more convenient anyway. So yeah, we just
don't have to take military showers.
Yeah, so we just don't keep any water in our travel trailer. And then that's the only place we stay where it's freezing. Otherwise, if the lows are dropping below freezing and we're at risk of freezing our water lines or whatever, we get the heck out of there. You know, we go to Arizona, Southern California, and snowbird.
Yeah, or if we do have to spend the night where the lows are going to be below freezing, we'll drain the low point drain tubes. So, you know, you turn your water heater, or you turn your water pump off, and then David will go outside and go to the low point drain tube on the freshwater tank and just open it up, and it just pours out what's in that line.
It's not on the freshwater tank.
Oh,
it's the water lines themselves.
Oh, the water lines.
So it doesn't drain the water tank.
Yeah.
Which is fine because, like, say the low is 28 degrees and we've got 30 gallons of water in our fresh tank. That's not going to freeze that water.
Yeah, no.
So you don't have to worry about it. It's going to take a really long time of 30 gallons of water sitting at 28 degrees for it all to freeze.
Yeah.
And so overnight, it's just not long enough. You know,
get
a couple
really
hours.
cold.
It'll get cold, but it won't get cold enough to freeze. But water lines might because they're so narrow, they're so thin. So yeah, we just drain our water lines. And then, like when we're boondocking, we'll just drain them down. And then in the morning, I'll go and I will... Or no.
You don't have to do anything.
No. You just turn the water pump back on in the morning.
And it fills the lines.
Yeah, open the faucets to pump all the air out, and then, you get water back. But we don't use skirting. And what we also, because it's expensive and it's a pain, and we just don't really have anywhere to put it when we're traveling around, we don't need it often enough. We're only in freezing conditions, like I said, around Christmas, just for like a month or so. It's just not that big of a deal. And then in our storage compartment where our lithium batteries are, I just have I just have like a 60-watt light bulb that I can turn on, and it will keep that storage bay warm enough so that our the cold temperatures won't damage our batteries when they start charging in the morning. So yeah, that's what we do to keep our batteries safe.
All right, next question says, any particular brands of plant-based detergents that you guys can recommend? Yes, actually, we use Ecos, spelled E-C-O-S, and it is a plant-derived, eco-friendly laundry detergent, and I have no problem at all doing our laundry outside and letting that drain out. It's perfectly fine for the environment, and I really like it. You can get it scented, too. The one that we get isn't scented, but you can get it scented.
Yeah, we really like it. And then the follow-up question was, do you bathe Sweetie or just let the rivers and lakes do the job? We do bathe her, but we've only bathed her in a river once.
It's only because she was really muddy.
Yeah, it was like really muddy, and we had no way to really clean her off
we don't
any
have
other
enough
way.
Water pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It would
RV.
just be awful trying to bathe her with our outside shower. Just wouldn't work.
Yeah, so she gets baths when we go over to people's houses.
Yeah, so she only gets bathed probably
twice a year?
2 times a year. Yeah, which is fine. Like she's a pretty clean animal. She doesn't like start to stink or smell like wet dog at all. Like her natural scent is actually pretty decent. But we do still want to bathe her, and you don't want to overbathe dogs either. Like I think washing them too much will give them like dry skin and it'll start to aggravate things. But yeah, 2-3 times a year seems to work really well for her. And yeah, she stays nice and clean. We just if she gets super muddy, we're pretty particular about keeping her clean when we go on hikes and stuff. If it's really muddy, we put booties on her.
Oh yeah.
And that's how we found to like help keep her clean. And
because if her paws are clean, then she typically, like her underbelly typically will stay clean too.
Yep.
But she only gets really dirty if she starts rolling around and stuff.
Yeah, does happen.
Does happen.
But that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for submitting all of those questions. They were excellent questions. I know we couldn't answer all of them, but this video is getting pretty long, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it here. Ro, however, is going to be streaming on Halloween for 12 hours on her Twitch channel.
Full costume.
Yep, full costume. She's getting fully dressed up. We're not gonna say what her costume is. You'll just have to go check it out for yourself, but it's awesome. And her Twitch channel, there's a link down in the video description below. It's twitch.tv/Ronut. I know that she hasn't been in a lot of videos lately, so, but if you guys miss her and you want to hang out with her, it's even better than her being in a YouTube video because on Twitch, she's live. You get to interact with her in real time, have conversations and hang out and have fun together live.
And I talk to everybody, and people come in and ask RV questions, people ask gaming questions, internet questions, all kinds of stuff, and I'm very happy to answer them. So if you guys had any questions that you didn't get answered in this video, or you think of a new question that you want to ask, hop on over to my Twitch channel. I will be live all day on Halloween, 12 hours. I'm very excited. We're actually celebrating 1 year of me streaming on Twitch, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's gonna be a fun day.
So yeah, go hang out with her. Again, thank you for hanging out with us for this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Sweetie girl, come on up here. Come on. Come on. Get up here.
Come here.
Come on.
What a good girl.
Oh, she's
so tired.
What are you so tired for? You haven't done anything today. Typical Rottweiler. Typical.
Potato.
Well, say bye-bye to everyone, Sweet Pea.
Bye.
Good girl. Like, shut up. I want to go back to sleep.